Hey folks, and welcome to the first game of the AED Invitational. Today we got J03 versus TG1. J03 on the blue side, TG1 on the red.
Oh my god. It's gonna be quite the icebreaker, huh?
Yeah, yep.
So, I would like to take the time to welcome everyone to the AED Invitational. This is something very new, something very unfamiliar for a lot of us. So we will thank you for your patience, and we'll hope we can show you some great games. So far for Champ Select, what can you take away from both teams?
I mean, honestly, right now it's looking like there's a lot of CC coming from TG1. While the late game, they're definitely playing for late game on J03 with the Gangplank and the Vlad. And I definitely think the Trundle is an awesome pick here into the Ornn. Definitely shuts down some of his power when it gets to late game. Lets the Gangplank and the Vladimir do a little bit more work. I right now, just coming out of the gate, we haven't seen for people in Twitch chat right now, we haven't seen anything from these teams. Like really, this is the first time we've seen anything from anywhere. So we're looking at a fresh start for both teams, and right now I'm liking the odds of J03 just because of these three picks right here.
Yeah. Just to specify, the Champ Select was already made in Pro Draft, so that's why everyone's already in order. Everyone's top to bottom, as you can see. And for my 2 cents, it really just looks like one team that would be red team being TG1 has all the go buttons they need, right? They have the Ornn Horn, they have the Vi-R, Lissandra ult, Leona ult, whereas J03 is more leaning towards, receiving that with the Tom Kench, the Vlad Pool, GP likes to fight, like to control fights with barrels. So both teams should have very set ways they want to take their fights. And I think it'll just see how people execute the early game.
That's a great way to put it, Val. And I think the CC coming out from the red team is going to be super crucial in some of these team fights. If you can lock down an Ashe or a GP, that's a lot of damage going away. One thing I worry about though is looking on the side of TG1. If this gets to late game, they're really their only damage is going to be coming from Jinx and maybe Lissandra, and that's really my only worries. If they let the blue team J03 scale, I don't think they'll be able to pull it back. So. I mean, we'll just have to see how it plays out. If the Vi gets snowballs and just plays really well, there's a chance that they just, snowball the game and take it really quickly, get some really good dragon control, maybe an early Baron in there. It really, we gotta sit back and watch. And
Yep.
like I said in the beginning, we haven't seen anything from these teams. We don't know who the signature picks are. So I'm really interested to see where this game is going to take us.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think though definitely the early game, even before Baron, is going to be very important, right? Just based on how the meta is, taking the two first dragons, trying to push for third plates, even getting early Rift Heralds before 14 minutes, is going to be very monumental in allowing either one team or the other to win. Because, like you said, if J03 gets to bide their time a bit more, build up their gold, and get their three carries online, it's going to be a lot harder for the Jinx to match against all three of including the Gangplank, the Vlad, and the Ashe.
Yeah, definitely. And the playmaking, literally just on the Gangplank, I've seen famous streamers Tobias Fate just pop off and destroy a whole team with the barrel combo. So I'm really looking forward to if this Gangplank is good, this could be a big game for a Gangplank.
Yeah, it also depends how he builds, right? There are a few different builds. Either people prefer to go for something like a Sterax or a bit more survivability if they're afraid that they're going to get picked off in team fights, or people do like to go either Essence Reaver into iEdge or something, just get that crit to get that carry potential out in team fights.
Yeah, not
Right.
a bad way to put it.
We are on spectator delay, just as respect for team player for both teams, so there's no ghosting or anything allowed happening. So still got a minute left. All right. So yeah.
So yeah. Before we get into this, I just want to give a little bit of background into what this for maybe players that have seen everything else, yes, with Vega and Magi. And really, this actually started off as I was me and AD team, the team AD that's running this. We were in a tournament that was very similar to this one, and it really fizzled out in the first 20 minutes. There were a couple games, but nothing on this scale. There was no streaming, there's no casting, there was no content creation for it. And I think what Vega was looking for, and who's streaming this right now. Thank you, big shout out to Vega. And the whole team on AED is just somewhere where people can play competitively, even though there's not a scene for that other than Clash. I feel like this is such a cool opportunity for teams to get not spotted, but just have a good time. Like no one, you don't get to not every day. If you're playing soccer or whatever game, but I think this is just a great opportunity, and I'm super pumped for what AED has to offer. So we're loading into the game here.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And I definitely, guys, look out for some of the content creation. I know some of the stuff is already out here, as you can see on screen. We got the whole graphic design team on this. It looked really good. And I think we're definitely going to expand on that. And for anyone in chat who does not have a team yet, or is maybe looking to play next year, we're definitely going to be running this in future years, or maybe just future seasons. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that. And we're going to be loading into the first game, J03 versus TG1. Stream's a little laggy here, but
All right. Everyone's hit the rift. Everyone's ready. J03 seems to maybe be going to at least scouting out 2 points for bottom side.
Yep.
For any potential invade, but nothing so far. Gotta wait a bit till everything starts out right.
Notice the Trundle taking the sweeper ward as his first. Don't think that's a bad move, but definitely doesn't provide as much vision denial. But
yeah, definitely.
I'm a jungle main, so usually what I run is a run a vision ward first, and then back early and get a sweeper. Definitely. Yeah, not much. Yeah, not much happening here. Got some emote spam. Not much else.
Mostly just a standoff, right? No one wants to invade. No one wants to get invaded. Just start off the tournament nice and slow.
Nice and clean. Nice and clean. There you go. No better way to put it.
Get into a comfort position.
Both teams going to be starting bottom side here. Trundle on red buff and the Vi on the blue. The Gangplank not showing yet. Maybe trying to indicate something. Who knows?
Just giving some time before getting in lane. So, for early game, definitely does seem like, thanks to all the CC provided, TG1 should have more of an advantage. Again, they have all the go buttons. It should be easier for them to, start the fights, look for the kills, look for the picks, especially with Vi and Lissandra once they both hit 6.
Right.
The single target CC is going to be very easy to pile on with plenty of picks. Gangplank is definitely going to look to farm for a decent amount of game. He wants at least his Triforce power spike before he can get into a fight. And, well, Ornn is Ornn. He's decent most of the game, and once he hits level 13, he's going to be ready to frontline for TG1.
Yeah, we're looking at the first gank here. Trundle pillar comes out, stopping the Ornn. Ornn destroys the pillar. He's going to get cut up. Is he going to flash or just... Oh, he flashes? And he takes down 400 goals, goes over to the GP. Some cash in that Pirate's pocket. That's what we like to see from J03.
Yeah, it's going to be very good. It's going to allow GP a bit of breathing room in lane, right? Because he's
Definitely.
lacking a bit of damage. He's very mana demanding early game. If you want to farm, if he wants to farm with his parlay, sorry. It just
and
gets
now
him that
Trundle
much
walking
closer.
back into the mid lane, looking for something. Can't find it. Sorry about that. I interrupted, but go ahead.
No problem. No, but I said everything I needed to say.
Cool.
So far, CS seems to be even about everywhere. Vi, though, with a bit of a CS lead, but it seems like both scuttles will be traded on top and bot side. So it's just a one camp lead for Vi now, right now.
And I think this vision, the sweeper on Trundle is definitely going to be coming in handy, as while Vi might be able to play some more vision, as you can see in the bottom river, she won't be able to clear any, which means the ganks will be a little less potent, you might say. Little scuffle going on the top lane, trading some blows with the Grasp of Undying on both champions. Yeah, that Gangplank has Sheen. That's a... I don't know who wins that trade. I mean, so far it's seemed pretty even, but that's with Corrupting Pots on GP, so who knows.
Well, definitely the one Sheen to Ornn's no items for now, even though he is building in lane, is a very big advantage. Again, the first blood was very good for the GP because it just gives him more mana and it allows his poke to be a lot stronger in lane, so it should keep him definitely safer against the Ornn.
Definitely.
As long as he spaces well, it doesn't allow the Ornn to walk up as easily. Now, we will have first dragon spawning up soon, but doesn't seem like
Trundle's backing.
ready.
I mean, he is on the dragon's on a crab ward, so I could understand why he might want to. Unless he might go for it right now.
Yeah,
it looks like it.
I don't think the red team managed to pick off and see that the Trundle
is
there.
Yeah, Vi's still in base. Is that free?
Jinx
Dragon's at 3,000. They see everyone on the map. Trundle's getting pretty low, though. Yeah, the support is coming in for J03, and looks like they're going to pick this up. Oh, unless the flash, okay. Skirmish coming out, the pool is out, he's in 4. There's no way he gets out of there. Yep, the heal coming out from Jinx for the extra movement speed, and wow, red team retakes, you might say, A site, and snags the dragon. That was a close Ash W right there, though. Could have been a steal. Ornn has ultimate. The knock-up, the double knock-up, the brittle. The brittle again, the hit. Not enough to kill him. The orange. The orange saved him.
Once again, showing the threat. The threat of Ornn in lane. He's everything, right? He's a burst mage, he's a tank, he's a fighter.
Yeah, what was that? What was that LCS reference? The assassin... I don't even
support,
know. Yeah.
Engage, dive. Yeah, all that jazz, right?
And so Ornn is definitely an all-around champ. I think he might be he's also not too hard to play. Maybe mastering his combos might take a little bit, but I feel like we're gonna see a lot of Ornn and a lot of CC heavy champions in this invitational this year.
He's definitely a standard tank, very strong. Gives a lot of bonuses to his team late game. Never a bad pick if you're looking for a tank.
Definitely.
So far everything seems to have settled down. TG1 did manage to pick up the Ocean Drake and 2 kills off of that little scuffle. So puts them at still 400 gold behind, but puts them in a good position to try and maybe snowball before J03 can get too far ahead.
But make sure to pay attention to this farm difference in mid and bot lane. The Ashe and Vladimir are up at least 15 CS each, so that could be could be a difference between an item or not, and that could be the difference between a kill or not. And that's what we have to look for here in these close quarter combat situations. Both junglers are on the top side. Trundle taking the crab. There's definitely going to be people are going to be looking for that that Herald.
Vi is going towards Sir Wolves right now and doing it, so that definitely gives Trundle some agency, maybe a bit more than last time, but he's not the fastest clear of objectives.
But J03 is definitely J03 definitely wants this Herald to pay back for the debt that they have in an Ocean Drake.
But again, it's a question of whether they can take it. Red team has definitely committed a bit more warding towards protecting bot side. And right now, Vi is looking maybe if she can gank mid. While there's
also a gank top. The flash is out. Yep, there's gank mid as well. There's a ghost coming out from Vladimir. Yeah, and he just walks away. Yeah.
Trading so far. Still a very good CS lead being built up mid. Still staying at a steady 20 minutes. And bot lane Ashe and Tom can absorb the pressure pretty well, even post 6. Not much of a...
Might be something going on here. The E comes out. The big stun on 2 of them. That Ashe has got a rocket launcher out. The ultimate coming out from, oh, the missed arrow as well. Exhaust. Oh, that flash was questionable. Can they clean up? And the large Italian comes in and eats that sausage. Oh, but there's still stuff going on. They're looking for the Leona double kill for the Trundle.
Ooh. This is right before Dragon, so it should give J03 a bit more agency, definitely, to set up some wards, prep for that Dragon, get the extra backs.
Yep.
And though is taking Rift Herald.
That is true. So yeah, they're going to be about even in objectives after that. Oh, we'll see what the Vi does with the Herald, but
looking maybe nope, she's going over the wall. Going to Raptors. Dragon is spawning in about now.
Yep.
Vlad coming back to pick up a wave, but other than that, the game has been going decently slow.
Yeah, still 3-2. We're 10 minutes in. The spawn of the Herald, interesting. Probably just to put pressure on, but they're probably not going to get much off that.
No, it was just use.
And they know that this is very stealable. Trundle does have, yes, Trundle's flash, Trundle's smite. The big ultimate coming out. Red team secures the dragon. Vlad is in the backline doing so much damage. It's just
Vlad is.
Yep, that's
huge.
Yeah. Okay. He's gonna die. Oh my god! Double kill for the Vlad. Double kill for the Trundle. It's a 4-1 Trundle right there. 2-1-4 on the Vladimir. They're cementing themselves at the top right now.
Yeah,
even though Red Team got, even though Red Team got the dragon, I don't think it really matters if it's 8-2. You know.
Definitely the case. Just very well executed. The Vladimir flashing in, ulting 3 people, including the Jinx.
That was beautiful.
It just allowed so much damage to pile up while everyone else was focusing on the Trundle and the Dragon, right? So again, even though there is a 2-Dragon lead and Vi did pick up the Herald ultimately did get 2 plates mid, but
not much else, right? It didn't even put pressure enough to... Yeah, exactly. Look at the gold difference. We're up, J03 is up 3k, yeah.
Almost 4k even. So this is going to be a pretty uphill battle for TG1, considering the fact that they only have the Jinx and possibly Lissandra to rely on.
Yeah, right. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, like if this is going to be a late game battle, I think I'm not going to call it yet, but this is looking very good for J03.
Yeah. Again, even then they have to get to late game, but with all the gold, we have 3 bounties already on blue side. 400 for the Trundle, 150 for both top and mid.
Right. Yeah, they could lose a lot of gold here, but I think they, you know, with the Tom Kench, with the Vlad pool, I think they're very good at keeping it safe, you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A lot of vision denial and a little bit of vision tag in the bot lane as there's a skirmish on top lane. Ornn takes that very handily. Even though he's 0-2, that I think the armor does him well in that fight against the pirate.
A little bit of poking and trading bot lane, not much else to do. Everything's stabilized for now. People seem to be mostly waiting for next objective spawn.
Yeah.
Which is going to be the dragon.
Yeah, 2 minutes 30 seconds on the Fire Drake, the Infernal Dragon. It is Infernal Soul. And that's actually something that could turn this game around if TG1 could grab that. That's a lot of bonus damage on their their big ADC. And they have the peel for it. They just need to play it really well in the late game. And they need to stay with this team until that time. So we'll just have to see.
It is going to be hard to execute though.
Yeah, definitely.
TG1 is going to have to be first to secure vision on the dragon, because now with all the gold that was picked up in that last team fight with the clean ace, J03 are definitely going to be a lot more inclined towards taking fights.
Definitely. And look at the gold difference and the item difference between the Ashe and the Jinx. Like full Bork plus boots versus the not even completed IE yet. I would take that. I would take that combo of Tahm Kench, Ashe every time in the bot lane.
Maybe for a pick on the Leona, sorry.
Leona, that's a flash out. I don't know.
Flash, and they still will get it.
Yep.
All right.
Large Italian. Yeah, they can't be giving up. They can't be giving up kills like that. I might get chased down. No. They might look for more. That was a little bit of a wasted Tahm ultimate there. And honestly, that's not wasted. Actually, they're taking full control of that bot river.
Definitely.
Although they're backing, so who knows?
Well, now is the optimal timer definitely to reset if you want to fight for Baron Dragon. They have the top to mid entry of red side covered with pinks, so now they're just backing, getting their full items, getting more wards, and now they're ready to fight for dragon control. So J03 definitely putting their foot on the gas pedal right now to push for more fights.
And that GP just sitting in the top lane, auto farming. That's kind of what we expected out of him. Has Triforce, which is a huge power spike. I don't think he can kill the Ornn, but still does plenty of damage. We'll see how he builds, because while he could definitely build offensive and, like you said, step on the gas pedal a little bit more, he might just build a little bit tanky, because they might be, although they do have Vlad, so who knows? We'll have to see what the Gangplank builds. It was a very clean
triple barrel
combo, yeah.
Yeah, well, in this case, I definitely think that Gangplank can allow himself to build crit.
Definitely.
There's a lot of targets that TG1 have to focus if they want to take out all the damage dealers, and even though it only shows him being behind 5 CS, we have the parlay gold and
a 202.
Yeah. So it's definitely a pretty big lead for GP. I think he just hit his first upgrade as well. It's gonna be big.
That was it, yeah. Another thing I want to talk about is the Vi pick in this game. I think Vi is definitely good for early game and mid game picks, like on players, on champions. But afterwards, she's building very offensively, very early game. She's definitely. Oh, the Ashe are coming out. Pillar. The exhaust is enough to slow. The smite comes out. Nah, the root from the Lissandra stops him dead in his tracks. Cold feet on the Trundle. Can't move. Back to what I was saying. I think the Vi, unless you build her tanky, I just don't. I don't know.
Bjorn coming in. Vlad looking.
Oh my god. Vlad big! Oh my god! What is that damage? And it's just a freaking bloodbath for J03. Blue team just mopping up kills. They're flashing for them. They need it. Yeah, they're, like you said, putting the pedal to the metal. They're taking this game.
Yeah. Well, definitely.
Right now. 5 people. And the one part for the kill. Very clean from the GP.
Well, this is what we want to see. This is how we want to see it, right? teams acknowledge that they have the lead. They push for control. They take control. Definitely, J03 are knowing what they're doing with that lead.
Definitely. Yeah, and look at the scores on J03. 304, 614, 210, and even the 10 and 8, and then the 9 assists on the Tom Kench. Almost deathless in this game. It is looking very good for J03. What I'd like to go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry. Okay, Tom can. The Orin will manage to get away with the steering charge. No, I was just gonna say that even it shows that J03 is playing their team very well. While getting Dragon, they knowingly used the Vlad, right, to go in on 4 people.
Right.
And just when TG1 maybe had a chance of taking a trade kill, Tom Kench flashes in, devours the Vlad, and then gets him out, right?
Yeah, they know what they're doing. That's definitely
coming in from J03.
Yeah, one thing I was gonna say is that I haven't seen J03 focus on the top side of the map that much at all. Like, you know, they kind of just let that GP farm, which is what he needs to do. Although this Trundle might get caught out here. The stun, the slow, the root, stun. That's a big. Oh my. Okay, he dies. Oh my god! But that Vlad damage is just too much. The Vlad flashing in and killing. The ult comes out from Vi, but it's not enough to stop the Mama Bears on a killing spree. The E from that was so clutch from that Tom Kench. Beautiful execution from J03. They turned a pick into a, what was that, 3 kill? 2 kill. Yeah, that was beautiful. Well done.
Yeah. Definitely a bit interesting. Shows that TG1 really is trying to get as much as they can with the picks from their comp, but J03 really is just too far ahead right now.
Yeah,
we're looking at a 6k gold lead at 20 minutes. It's just, and the gold's in all the right places.
Exactly, that's exactly what I was gonna say. And the safety on this team, they've got the orange, they've got the eat from the Vlad, they got the pillar to save people, and they got the pool. Or sorry, did I say
Devour on Tom Kench?
Devour on Tom Kench. My bad. Pool on the Vlad. Yeah, they're just they have a lot of escape tools, and I think by utilizing them, they can play a little bit risky, and definitely get away with it. A little bit of stalemate. They're setting up vision before Baron.
Next Dragon is up in about close to a minute and a half, but Baron vision is definitely important, especially for TG1 setup. With the lead that J03 have, they can definitely force it and take it down pretty fast.
Right.
Even though she's only on 1 item, I think she's gonna back and get the rune.
1.5. Yep. She's yep.
Just waiting on it. No,
yeah, there's
and double daggers.
Yeah, this Jinx that that TG1 was looking for is I don't want to say not there, but it's definitely looking like the Jinx comp might not be the play into such a safe team comp that the J03 is playing.
Yeah, well, main issue right now is Jinx hasn't managed to pick up much. She picked up the 1 kill, yeah, but she is even in CS. And again, the main issue is that she's facing down at least 3 people running her down.
Right, and the speed using the using all of the masteries on, or the runes on Vladimir are so key in his playstyle.
Yeah, Ghost, Phase Rush, probably running the Nimbus Cloak as well.
Yep.
It's gonna be a real big issue. Dragon coming up in less than a minute.
Yeah, look at all the
pushing up for vision.
Look at all the wards on the top side jungle placed by J03. Or actually TG1. Sorry.
Yeah, TG1. Again, it was to stop a Baron force, if anything, or an invade force, but that also means that they're not as prepared to get vision control for bot side for Dragon.
Right.
A little bit of a
but I think
with the GP. Go ahead.
I definitely think that while Dragon Vision is important, at this point in the game, they're looking to push. They have the leads. They don't need the extra damage that one. Okay, so blue team takes the Dragon. They're going to go for the engage. Stuns come out, and like I said, the Vlad is just always on the back line, while the Lissandra is locked up in a 2v1 against the Tom Kench. 1v1 in the mid lane between GP and Vi, and that takes it. Ornn is the only one alive. Blue team going for the ace, maybe? Nope, they're rotating right onto Baron. Gonna go stick that knife in the coffin right there.
Yeah, all in all, just great team fighting. Again, Vlad just has so much agency with all the move speed.
Definitely.
Like you called it, he just runs in, hits the back line. Jinx can't hit anything else except him, but he's in full half the time.
Yep.
And Leona was already way below half health when he engaged and bursted. It's just... Definitely J03 is running the game right now. With this Baron buff, they might be able to look to end the game soon with such a big lead of almost 12,000. They just keep growing and growing the lead, which is definitely something to look out for.
Right. And one thing we have to keep in mind is that, like, you know, while this might be the Flash and the Tom Kench gets locked down by the Flame Choppers. But yeah, while this, you know, might be a big loss, but there's plenty of room for improvement. And there's plenty of games in the season, so I expect big things from both these teams. They've exhibited a lot of really good habits that I think both teams can take pretty far in this tournament. So.
Oh wow, that's just...
GP in the 2v1. Wow, that's a lot of damage on Lissandra. Those barrels are cooking. Double kill in the 1v2. Well, the Tom looks like he's going to get knocked up. He's down, but it does not matter. The pillar coming out, and so does the stone plate. But he's slowed, he's unstoppable, and then he's dead. Double kill for the Ashe. That's an ace for the blue team, and that just might be game. We got GP pushing him through the top lane, and the rest of the team, minus Tom, who's dead, you know, dying for his brothers. Big respect. Yeah, it might look like game right here.
Well, nope. Everyone's recalling. Don't want to take the risk. Don't want to throw away the gold leads.
That's smart.
But yeah, like you were saying, yeah, the format for this tourney, whatever you want to call it, season, is a bit more intriguing, right? We have 2 groups of 6 teams. And each team is going to play every other team twice over the course of 5 weeks. So definitely for early games, you got to just take in what you experienced and learn from it. So hoping to see a lot of improvement for all the teams.
Definitely, I can definitely agree with that. And like we said, it's first game. You never know what's going to happen. People can improve through the season. People can fall off. We'll just have to sit back and watch.
Yeah,
and
sure. Enchanted.
Yeah,
will be missed. Blue team looking to push up with the last inhib turret. Both buttons are being pressed here in the mid lane. One will get the ult off. Lissandra forced to ult herself. Everyone's trying to get on the Ashe, but all the damage is just piled up under engage. Meanwhile, Vlad is just ripping through the backline. Wow. Chemo Plague will take out the Jinx. Oh no, the Dom Kench will take out the Jinx. And that's another clean ace from J03. Looking to end the game right here, right now.
They're going to ignore that mid turret. Yep, GG's everybody.
Wow.
That was an impressive play.
Very decisive win from J03.
Definitely.
Yeah. So overall, I hope everyone enjoyed. There's definitely a lot more to come for the first game. It might seem like there's a huge disparity between both teams, but just not something to give up, right? Leads snowball. You never know for next games. So again, because we have not much info on anyone, anything could happen during this season, and we have so many other teams to look at.
Yeah, and looking at these graphs here, that GP, I feel like he did what he needed to do. I felt like TG1, while they could have, well, they did just, you know, kind of leave him to farm, and that's fine with really any other champion. But I think GP is not someone you should be leaving alone. I think the Vi, while building for early game, they should have been looking top a lot more. While Ornn is
Yeah,
not a great person to gank, if you're on his team, he can set up ganks pretty well. So I think they could have played that top matchup a little bit better. Not
definitely.
anyone's fault, but yeah, they definitely could have put more pressure on the top. And the Vladimir, I don't know. I don't know.
And the Vlad
Beats
was
me.
huge. But
Yep.
again, like you said, the Vi did miss out on on a few chances. Definitely should have tried applying pressure in all three lanes. Vi is very good free ganking early game and trying to snowball.
Right.
And especially if you fall behind again, going Warrior and Triforce. Not the easiest thing to manage. All right, so that'll be it for this game and for me today. Thanks so much for having me on. At everything else, yes.
Yeah. Before we hang up, guys, before we go off stream, there's going to be second stream at 9 p.m. Twitch.tv/ Boss Guy CT. We'll link it in the Discord. And we can also most likely link it in chat. Can we get a link in chat for the next? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you teams for coming out tonight and playing. We'll see you at 9 p.m. Thanks everybody.